Well, I just left the shelter. The two guys that came in after I got into my quilt, they're still there. Low gear got up around 5 o'clock or so. Anyways, we probably headed off about 45 minutes later, kind of hanging around eating and stuff. It was just too dark. Couldn't imagine trying to walk and see wet rocks and things. Anyway, it's just 7 o'clock now and I'm off. I'm doing a 22-mile day today for sure. Just checking the sign here. I'll be walking till at least 5 o'clock, not more. Got a couple of miles, well, 3 or so, before maybe to the beginning of the big hill, and then a big hill. And should take a quick look at GetHook again before I can't use my phone anymore. Oh, gonna be a long walk, but there are no earlier shelters for me to chicken out to again. Low gear was willing to go on to the next one with me, but I just said, I kind of regret it, but I wasn't sure if it would be, like I say, full, because people are going in for Nero's coming out and going to the shelter. Because it's just a couple miles in, if that, from the road. But I think if people went into town, like Linus Cloudbuster as last night and Bubbles, they've been hanging together a lot, they probably went into town and stayed in town and coming up this morning. I mean, why would you want to sleep in a tent in the rain and have to pack it up? Oh, jeez, misery. So, hope I have enough food to get to Waynesboro. Otherwise, I'll be rationing a little bit, because I didn't do my 20+ mile days those 2 days, like getting to Hurricane Ridge Shelter and this further one tonight, or last night. So, cheated myself out of a few miles. I slept pretty good. I think I woke up and it was like midnight. I was like, oh, okay, now I gotta keep falling asleep, and I did. And so I feel well rested in that way. My feet, well, the right ankle is the one that's a little bit of a pain this morning, but the left heel was a pain getting into the boot, the wet boot. But I'm sure that will all be negated from all the sweat and everything else. Water in the stream is flowing pretty good. I guess because of the rain, it rained all night. It's even drizzling now, but it rained hard quite a bit. So there are bound to be puddles on the trail, and any intermittent streams, I think, are fully functional at this point. It was a little tough getting into the damp clothing, but it wasn't too wet. You know, it was just damp, so it was a little clammy at first. And you know, once you get going and get your body heated up, and once you start sweating again, it's like, it doesn't matter. You're back to where you were, square one, and you're just trying to get to your destination. So, snack pocket is filled as usual. So I'll be getting a little bit as I go. I've got electrolytes in my left bottle. I just filled up, or right bottle. I just filled up my left bottle and used some Aquamira, so it shouldn't be more than 15 minutes before I could drink it if I wanted to. Temperature is quite nice, actually, other than the dampness from the rain. so that's not a problem. Oh, wish I could think of something more interesting right now, but these are the only things on my mind. That and whether I'll get to Waynesboro with the food I have, or have to do something else, plan B. Well, I'll figure that out later tonight, I think, when I look at Gut Hook. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick look at it now, like I say, and get a lay of the land for the first half a day or so. And we'll see what video I get. I did pass another tortoise on the trail, so they're all coming out. And I'll talk to you later. Well, the big hill of the day is over. It was raining. I didn't have my raincoat on, and I was sweating anyway. So along a ridge line, it was just had views, but you really could hardly see anything. And I'm sure the camera in my hands would have been too wet. And it was blowing across the ridge to the point where I had to put my raincoat on because it was just too cold, or I was feeling too chilly anyway. And the rain continues, and the rain from the trees. I've got one more hill to climb of any significance, and hopefully be at the shelter for lunch in an hour or so. It's like 10:30, I think. The guy with the baseball cap, glasses, and a short beard passed me again today. I wish I could remember his name. I keep bumping into him. He'll probably be at the shelter when I get there. Probably getting ready to leave, as opposed to when I'm getting there. Oh, it's gonna be a long day. And I wish I could get the camera to work sometimes when I do get to something that is worth taking a photo of, like crossing the river, not 45 minutes after I left the shelter, along a pedestrian bridge that crossed it. And I thought that was kind of neat looking, but because of the rain, there's no way I could get the camera to work on the phone. So I get what I can. So shut off for now and maybe see the shelter. top of the last peak of the day. Significance anyway. Oh, great hair. Anyway. Oh, there was someone here just a few moments ago doing a selfie. So I gave him a break, and anyway, I have just a little bit of water and head down to the shelter. Should be within an hour, I think I'd be there. Oh, nice to be at the top, finally. I thought I was at the top 3 times. Well, 3rd time lucky. Okay, so down that dark path. See you later. Forgot to mention at what I thought was one of the peaks. I gave Patty a call and wished her happy birthday, Patty. So it's nice to be able to talk to somebody. It's been a while, and well, the day being what it is, some kind of need for human contact was necessary, and it was her birthday, so just a short conversation. So we're going uphill again, but again, happy birthday. Gee, how many little peaks does a route have to have before you finally get to go just down? Oh, another little peak on the map, and a bit of a sweat to get up there. Okay, so finally on the way down, I think, and 7 miles. So 3.5 hours, almost 2. 5:30. Yeah, that's the plan. But depending on the descent, you can sometimes jog it down if it's not rooty or rocky or awkward. Whew. I've had a bit of that. That would probably sped up my average for the day here and there. So I'm babbling now. I ran into ThruHiker as I was leaving the shelter. I guess he'd gone for water somewhere and I must have passed him. Anyway, might see him if he tries to make it out to Buena Vista tonight rather than camp where he was planning to camp. Oh, you never know, he might even crash at the shelter I'm at if he feels like it. As for me, it's gonna rain tomorrow again, like today, as it was told, and probably the day after that. So it'll be, I guess, the day I'm going into town that the weather will improve, or thereabouts. Let's see when we get there. Otherwise, it's just been threatening and it hasn't really rained since that lunch break. Obviously took my coat off, and hopefully I don't slip and fall on the way down here. Oh, all the roots and rocks and sticks, stones. Sometimes it's just not very fast going down. See you in a bit. shelter, and it's only like 6:30. I'm going to edit the video and try to get to sleep early. And I know I'll have to wake up in the middle of the night and pee, so hopefully no one will sit up right next to me, but I think it will be a full shelter for sure. A few people have arrived, and one has not yet claimed the spot next to me. So that being the only other point, I'm not sure. I'll have to check GetHook and figure out where my next shelter is going to be. Probably another 18, 20 miles, and it'll be another rainy day. Pants are hanging up to dry, underwear, socks. I've got the same shirt on, just damp around the lower hem, and put on some shorts and my sleep socks, and hopefully that's going to be good enough. So I'll probably see you in the morning. Good night.